You better do up your seatbelt because there's a lot of sci-fi and fantasy books created by Christians coming your way this month. This is the Christian Fantasy and Science Fiction Bulletin for May 2020. I'm Adam David Collings. Cindy Kep has released Animal Eye, a game-lit adventure, Animal Instincts Book 1. Kin May and Jake sign on as testers for the very latest VR RPG, Animal Eye, that lets you play as animal companions to human NPCs, in a world with muskets, swords, and strange creatures. Along with their humans, they learn the history of the game world and set out to stop the twisted mastermind behind the attacks. And Cindy has also released Into the Open, Book 2 in the Urushalon series. These are First Contact Alien Invasion sci-fi books. Book 1 is called Like Herding the Wind. In the 1600s, an Eshuvani generation ship crash-landed in a farmer's field in Germany. Unable to find the resources on Earth to fix their ship, the Eshuvani built enclaves and tried to let the humans develop without interference. 300 years later, Eshuvani criminals start a crime wave in the Texas coastal town of Las Palomas. Selena R. Gonzalez has released Prince of Shadow and Ash, The Mercenary and the Mage, a romantic fantasy. Adelaide Bellinger longs to use the magical energy within her, but revealing her power could get her killed. When she meets kind and rugged Regulus, she wonders if she has finally found someone to trust with her secret. Regulus wants to earn his freedom from the sorcerer who enslaved him. By the time their secrets are revealed, it may be too late for both of them. C.S. Johnson has released The Legend of Edris, a standalone story that blends history, fantasy, romance, and adventure with Iceland Vikings, dragons, demons, and a captured princess. This book is at a PG-13 level with Christian undertones. And Matthew Newson has released an entire epic fantasy trilogy all in one go. The first book is called The Man Wrapped in Darkness. Is the man wrapped in darkness working for angels or demons? Alec must decide and answer the man's deadly question. Which responses save his life? Join the adventure as heaven fights for the salvation of Alec's soul. This is followed by The Man in White and The Symphony of Death. Emily Hayes has released The Last Atlantean. As a lighthouse keeper's daughter, Hattie has always been able to handle anything the Atlantic throws at her, but when a stranger washes ashore in a storm, she finds herself unraveling a mystery that will change her life. In the midst of a showdown that will determine the fate of an ancient world, she wonders whether she has thrown in her lot with the hero or the villain. H.S.J. Williams has released Moonscript, The Kings of Aselvia, Book 1, the start of an epic YA saga. An orphan girl yearning for a loving family, a boy who won't leave her side, a healer given a chance for a new life, a grieving creature far from home, and an elven prince lost to the darkness for 70 years, assumed dead and broken for a book that connects to the hidden realm of his ancestors, a land untouched by evil. Paul Regnier is releasing Paranormia Complex on the 29th of May. This is a sequel to his comedic urban fantasy Paranormia. I likened the previous book to a sort of hybrid between Frank Peretti's This Present Darkness and a Marvel movie. It's a fun read, but it's also got some interesting depth to it. It explores the life of a character who is able to see a demon who is masquerading as a human. An angel asks him to get involved in a spiritual battle for his city. But does he really want the job? Lindsay Franklin has released the third and final book in her Story Weaver trilogy, The Story Hunter. Redeeming the past is a fatal quest. I'm not going to say a lot based on the blurb from this one for fear of spoilers, but if you've been watching my bulletins, you'll be familiar with this series. It starts with Book 1, The Story Peddler, the 2019 Realm Award Book of the Year, and then Book 2, The Story Raider. These books present a world where stories can be weaved into crystallized structures. The third installment promises an epic showdown and a trauma-scarred character who could turn the tide of the war. J.M. Hackman is releasing Burn, Book 2 of the Firebrand Chronicles, on the 26th of May. A prophecy sends Brenna and Baldwin on a confusing quest to find a powerful object that both cuts and mends space itself. Man-eating mermaids, a skeleton king, and the biggest test of Brenna's life. Book 1 of this series is called Spark. Book 2 is called Flare. Havoc have released their second anthology, Season 2, Stories That Sing. Flash fiction powered by songs. The stories in this collection were inspired by the music of the last 70 years and beyond. Featuring stories by Morgan L. Bussey, Kat Hackenbach, Carla Hotch, Jill Williamson, and more. Janine Ippolito has released My Alien Engagement, the second in a series of short, snark with romantic heart novelettes. Kelly has a great job, a supportive family, and a hot alien fiancé. She's trying to figure out his culture, but everything is falling into place for their life together on Earth. Then his brother shows up, declaring Kelly unworthy to marry into the family unless she passes ancient trials. Anne Wheeler has released Treason's Crown, a PG-13 rated novella. The king needs a bride, and tradition dictates the position is Riette's if she wants it. Desperate to secure her parents' future, she agrees to the arranged marriage, but her friend is imprisoned in the castle, and she can't just let him hang. This isn't a fairy tale. Spirit Blade Productions are having a sale on all their audio dramas until the 21st of June. If you haven't checked out their products, this is a great time to do so. And don't forget that if you want to keep up with the wider world of Christian geekery, check out the Christian Geek Radar from Christian Geek Central, which is made by Spirit Blade Productions. I think I need a rest after all those books. I really encourage you to consider clicking the like button on YouTube and sharing this video on social media. I put a lot of work into making these videos because I want to support these authors, but if no one sees the video, it's not doing them any good. Have a wonderful month, happy reading, God bless, live long and prosper. Make it so. You better do up your seatbelt because there's a lot of... I'm Adam David Collings. Urushalon. Aselvia.